Hello everybody, it's good to be back. So in today's video, I'm making pumpkin puree. I got these pumpkins from my local grocery store. As most of you know that do watch me regularly, I wasn't able to plant a garden this year. So I went out and I bought some pumpkins so I could make some pumpkin puree. I did wash these ahead of time. They were a bit muddy. So all I'm doing here is just cutting open the pumpkin, and I'm going to start scooping out the seeds, and then I'm going to section them into chunks to put them on my baking sheet that's off to the side here. I do recommend, if you're going to cut pumpkins, to use a really sharp knife. Make sure your knives are sharpened. They are a little hard to cut through if you've never cut through a gourd or a pumpkin or a squash. They are quite tough. So all I'm doing is cutting them into sections so that they're easier to handle and easier to remove the seeds and the pumpkin puree after they're cooked. So I found over the years that using a ice cream scoop was the easiest to take out the guts and the seeds from a pumpkin. It's super fast and super quick, and it's just my preferred method that I've found over the years. It's also the least messy method, actually. I've tried the method with the beaters with the mixer. I've tried using a spoon. I've tried using, those carving kits that you can get at Halloween. I've tried those. I've tried everything, and I find that the ice cream scoop is the best. So I'm just repeating the process until all of my chunks of pumpkin are cleaned out and I have them on the pan. Now that I'm done, I just put them on a regular baking sheet with some parchment paper, and I'm going to bake them in an oven at 350. I don't remember exactly how long I baked them for, but I do think it was probably around half an hour. And this is what they looked like when they came out of the oven. Also, I don't add any oil when I bake them. Next, I just pulled out my food processor, and I'm going to start taking off the chunks of pumpkin. They come off the rind really, really easily after they've been baked. And I'm just going to put them right into the food processor here, and I'm going to start blending them up. Taking them off the rind with a spoon is a lot easier. I started with a knife, but right here I switched to a spoon, which was so much easier. I'm just blending the puree till it's nice and smooth. I didn't want any chunks or anything like that in it. This is where, if you want to strain your puree so it's not so liquidy, this is where you would do it before you package it up. I do not strain mine. Later on, if I need it for, say, like a pumpkin pie or something, I can strain it then, which I do end up doing for Thanksgiving, but it's not necessary at this stage unless you really want to. I decided to package my puree into 2-cup packages. I noticed most recipes that I use this for always call for around 2 cups, which is about a 14 to 15 ounce can. So I found 2 cups in a freezer bag was like the perfect amount. If you're growing pumpkins to make pumpkin puree out of them, I would suggest a more meatier variety, one that doesn't hold as much water content. They're better for baking and for making pies and muffins and stuff like that. The muffin recipe that I use this for, I find that the liquidiness of the pumpkin puree doesn't matter too much. I can compensate with a little bit of flour, but for pie and stuff like that, I would definitely strain it. So if you're growing pumpkins, just try to grow a more meaty variety. When I package the puree, I just put them in these small Ziploc bags that can hold at least 2 cups. And then I pat them down flat so that when they freeze nice and flat and they save room in my freezer. And when I go to thaw them out, it actually thaws pretty quickly. So I did manage to get about 14 packages of 2 cups each of pumpkin puree. I'm pretty happy with that outcome. I hope this video showed you guys how easy it is to make your own pumpkin puree at home, and it's so much cheaper. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time.